out in playoff time.
The
as we
magical
jump
journey into playoffs.
into champion selection, your eyes are not fooling you. That is Save in the mid lane instead of Rookie.
Yeah. Look, IG is all about putting top laners and mid laners in different positions. So, look, they haven't played with Save for a while. May as well get him off the bench.
Yeah, exactly right. May as well bring him out in the final game of the split. So we'll see exactly how it goes. Of course, very aptly pointed out that Save is a top laner.
Yeah.
So we'll see exactly what he takes into the mid lane. Maybe we'll see another Aurelia mid.
Who knows? Who knows? Anything could happen. You could put AD carry players in the mid lane. Of course, Ezreal, Lucian now as well from Zhao.
Corki. We've seen a little bit of Corki in the
that's
LCS.
true. Thank goodness. And that is built with Eluden's Echo as well, the best item in the game. No, that's not true. Quincy's Rage Blade still exists. But it is going to be the UDA ban one more time as Cacao not going to have that one. We are going to head back into the lobby for a moment, though, just because I'm just going to resort things out, have a bit of a reshuffle as we head back into this one. But, of course, those bans are going to be coming through yet again. And we can talk about what Save is going to be doing in this team as he is going to make his way back into the lobby.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see because we checked out his match history. There's nothing played in there that gives anything away unless he plays a mean Maokai mid.
Hey, that's a thing. That could be a full AP Maokai. Those saplings,
they do damage.
They do, but probably not a whole lot else, and you're not going to tank up too much there at all. So, look, we'll see what he does decide to do. Nah mid probably not going to be coming through as well. Hecarim mid, though.
That's a thing.
That's a thing.
We got the first experience of that firsthand.
We certainly did.
Thank you, Keen.
Yep, beautiful player. They're managing to pick up the horse. Beautiful stuff. But, look, we'll see what Save does do as we hop back into this Champion Select yet again. No surprises as the bans are going to come through exactly as they were. I expect a Janna, but IG thinking about whether or not to copy their same ban coming through here, or maybe they're just trying to remember what it was that they banned.
Yeah, so they see if that does come through there. Save, he was always more of a carry top laner, so we'll see if that transitions well into the mid lane. We've seen throughout the history of League of Legends that some players transition a lot better than others into different roles, and they actually lose a ban for maybe the remake here. So we'll see exactly what comes through. You would have to think that that's what that's for. And Udyr also being banned away, so that one targeted towards Cacao.
Oh, and they may have actually lost the ban here because Rookie wasn't able to play and they hadn't supplied that information beforehand.
Yeah, all right, I like it.
Yeah, well, look, we have no idea, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go through, and IG, we'll see whether they lost more than one, as this timer is going dangerously
Well, yesterday
low.
when there was a illegal substitute, they lost all 3 bans. So
yeah,
that would
on
make
EDG
sense.
side,
EDG, so it makes sense for that to happen again if that is what has occurred. Maybe you want to save some of Rookie's champion pool. We saw the Orianna come out to pretty good effect last game, and it is a second ban dodged as well. So you would expect the third to follow. And now, this is a lot of pressure on LGD because there's so many high priority picks at the moment for the second round that on blue side, in head-to-head, we've already seen a lot of teams favor red side over blue side.
Yeah.
Without any bans, that makes it even worse because they're going to go incredibly deep into that, and they choose to get rid of Cacao's Sejuani.
Yeah, that one's going to lose here, but LGD, does this mean that they want to be first picking that Cho'Gath for Wayless? Is that the option? Godvi on that big dinosaur there in the mid lane, potentially, if the Jurassic skin's chosen. Or does it mean that a more high priority pick needs to come through beforehand? Maybe the Kalista.
Yeah, maybe Kalista will be picked up for him to get that one away from Kid. Of course, we've seen Kid likes to play it, and they took it very early in the draft last time around. I believe that was picked up first round. Urgot, we've also seen a very high priority placed on, and I'm sure that Imp can play that one as well. I think that Cho'Gath is probably the logical pick here. Maybe even Gragas to get Cacao onto an unfamiliar jungler, although Nidalee is still available, and I would be very surprised if it was Lee Sin.
Well, it is going to be
very surprised.
Jarvan.
Well,
Sorry,
Jarvan.
It's definitely not the Lee Sin, so you can still, you know, sit comfortably there.
Not being able to speak saves me again, Atlas.
Haha! Thank goodness. Cacao, though, is looking at a potential Thresh, but the Kalista makes a little bit more sense there as well, it's Rookie just hanging out over the side, having a bit of a giggle.
Yeah, he certainly is. He wants to see how this one goes, and LeBlanc as well as Lucian have been locked in here. I like to think that that's a top lane LeBlanc.
Yep, so do I. A bit of shades of Flandre coming through there potentially, but PYL thinking about possibly going for a Blitzcrank, and this is very, very interesting. I very much enjoy Cacao's Summoner spell choices, though. Let's have a chat about Clairvoyance Clarity.
Yeah, just 2 very blue summoner spells coming through there.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. TBQ looking at a horse here for possibly Acorn, who does have the teleport smite there. That's a locked-in Blitzcrank.
Yeah, so Blitzcrank being picked up by Godby, most likely for P-Whale. Although I would love to call Godby Godhand this whole game if he manages to grab some hooks in there.
That would be pretty good. But Save is hovering an Evelyn. I wonder which patch Save thinks he's on. Because, of course, Save hasn't played for a while. His mind may wander back.
He hasn't played competitive for a while. I'm sure he's played League of Legends quite recently.
It's not about that. It's not about that. I'm assuming that...
Oh, the disrespect Bard pickup coming through, baby.
Oh, no. This is the pick away from PYL. They're expecting the God v God hand there in the mid lane. They were going to get a magical journey for him so that he could take the magical journey into the Hook of Destiny.
Eve Bard is what we have, Atlas, moving into this game.
My goodness.
Cacao Summoner spells, by the way. That's going to be a very aggressive Eve jungle if that's where it goes. I'm expecting the Magus. I'm expecting the Luden's Echo to come through and just a whole lot of Q spamming to take place.
Well, we'll see whether that is what's going to be it, as Godby thinking about taking that Yasuo to the mid lane as well. Talon's hovered as well. These things would excite me a lot if they were to happen. We'll see exactly what does get locked in. Only 8 seconds to go. It is the Tristana there, the new Tristana. That's going to mean 7 unique picks in a row here for Imp.
And I think he honestly...
8? What?
Marksman. And he has just grey crosses through the ones he can't play.
On his calendar. Yeah. What have I taken down this time? My goodness. Why isn't it Varus, though, Imp?
So potentially the mid, potentially top, maybe even a jungle to come through last pick for Cacao. No one really knows what's going on anymore.
You can see Save, he's like, what am I doing? What are these guys? What the heck? Okay, so that is going to be a top lane Karthus.
Top lane Karthus? Yep.
Could be.
What it looks like.
Or you can put Zatai on the LeBlanc. Have a top lane LeBlanc. That's fine. Look, it's pretty standard team comp nonetheless. Coming through from IG. Whereas on the other side, it is going to be the Talon finally locked in here for LGD, and the Talon versus LeBlanc matchup in the mid lane. That's an exciting one, but of course with no silence available for either of these champions, it's going to make things a little bit more dicey.
Yeah, and that was the last time we saw it really, when Talon had his silence available, could really muck up LeBlanc's combo. As we take a look through the lineups, Acorn versus Zatai, Hecarim versus Karthus in the top lane.
Yeah, and Hecarim runs pretty fast, so it's pretty hard to hit him with those layaways, so not a bad pick up there of the horse, as TBQ going to be taking on Cacao. The power match up there in the jungle of Evelyn and Jalvin.
Yeah, we see the Talon, we see the LeBlanc. Save is in the mid lane. I want to see how he performs. Save always been a terrific player. Lucian versus Tristana, Imp versus Kid, and you saw Kid maybe get a little bit of a better of the last matchup.
Yeah, and it is going to be Kiddies on that Bard there in response to PYL's Blitzcrank. And if we're talking about exciting supports, these are the 2 most exciting that we could expect going onto the Rift.
Maybe he was just thinking PYL, very roam-heavy support. I've seen another roam-heavy support work out this week, Atlas. It was a Bard. Let's see if we can match it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was PYL's Bard as well. So if you're going to take any notes from anyone, it is most definitely going to be the Roam Master on the Roam King champion as well. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's hop onto the Rift. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for LGD versus IG. Game 2 now, and some interesting picks to come through. Of course, Cacao, for the second time here in the LPL, going to take that Evelyn in there. Clear Love, the first one to bring that one out. Always a staple champion of his, but we'll see what Cacao decides to do, as he has brought the Ignite Smite into this one.
Yeah, he's brought Ignite Smite and 32 AP to a level 1 Evelyn. That means he's running Armor Yellows and everything else ability power.
That is completely ridiculous. And that's with no magic penetration either. Just all AP.
Oh, he's going to get Godby here. Look at the damage.
Oh my goodness, the rate comes through as well. Godby able to answer that trade quite nicely.
Round, Godby. You win this round.
Not next time. And we'll see what happens. LGD making a little bit of an invade move here. Haven't been spotted out quite yet by any wards. As POL looking for something.
And if we touch on Eve jungle, the thing that hurt her the most was actually the soft reset cap being reduced to 5. Eve used to be very good at kiting camps around, staying ridiculously healthy with her Q, but now that that's been limited to 5, can tend to struggle as I sneeze into the microphone.
No, you dodged that one quite nicely there as the layways come through. Zatai not going to take away these little camps as well, and Kakao going to nail that level 2 with the red start here as save.
Oh, I like this idea because the jungle follow that's going to come out of Karthus, probably unsurpassed. He is the best jungle follower because his Skittles just do so much magical damage in the early game. So make up by the lack of a clear coming out of a jungle Evelyn by supplementing it with a top lane Karthus.
Beautiful strategic play working Evelyn into the meta here as well as we do, as you mentioned, have the lane swap to come through. Going to help out Kitties here on the Bard, of course, who wants to get out of that lane, so more than happy to leave Lucian there just to hang out on his own. Everything going to be fine. Godby, though, has taken a fair bit of damage here in the mid lane, save eating some cookies. Godby going to be popping those potions in there as well, as the wave definitely going to even out here. And see how Talon goes as we move towards that level 3 mark when he does have all of his abilities available. The Cutthroat pretty good at closing some distance.
Yeah, it certainly is, and you can see he's already battling back in. That's what the extra potion does from the longsword start, so he's completely fine in this lane right now. Gets up to level 3. This is where Talon becomes dangerous for the first time in the lane, really. Able to take advantage of his full reel of spells. See if he does choose to get aggressive here, as we see Save. It's not rookie. Still harassing fairly well in lane.
Going too badly. Not going too badly as Save just continues to farm this one out. Does have a decent minion stack there as well, as Kitties has decided to just hang out in the jungle now as well. Wants to find some of these little sprites hanging around the map. There's the Cutthroat to come through. It's Save actually going to get ignited here at the same time. Level 4. PYL looks for it, gets the grab, and there's the rake for first blood. Beautifully played and saved, getting preyed upon here in the mid lane.
Yes, certainly is. Early on in this map, being really bullied, and that's a good early gank coming out of PYL. And
substitute mid laner to come through, no worries.
Substitute top laner as well. Kakao, he's just hanging out invisible in the top lane, making sure he's getting all of the experience. Once again, circumventing the weak early jungle is TBQ dives.
Yeah, he's going for some sort of dive. These layways coming through. The Zatai looking for it. The last auto attack does have the shield. Is he going to be able to land it? There it is. Zatai answers the kill and picks himself up a blue buff, and the crowd goes wild.
An absolute clinic being... Oh, Kakao's got out Imp.
Oh my goodness, Imp. Has he been ignited here? No, not quite yet, as the explosive shot does come through. Kakao just looking to try and push this wave back.
And Zatai, he goes and picks up some jungle camps for himself. So this is, just a brilliant strategy, Atlas. We've seen teleport smite top laners. Now we're seeing an ignite smite top laner and a teleport flash jungler.
It's just beautiful, beautiful. Just looking at all of these players.
Of the meta.
I know. Changing things up, making things very different. Kitties creating a bit of a problem here. Steals away the Raptor, Bard. Best champion in the game.
And then I just love the swag walk. People used to talk about Heimerdiggers, but Bard is very good in his own right at doing that. As Kid, there is a pony behind you. You need to be careful.
Yeah, that ward not going to spot him out as Kitties is making his way down here as well.
Oh, they've caught out TBQ. Kakao's coming in.
Who's caught who as Akon comes around the backside here as well. Kid trying to get some damage down here onto the Jarvan who's going down low. Kid still alive to heal. The Ignite's ticking down. Akon does pick that one up, but Kakao's here as well. The Ignite's ticking onto Akon as PYL. He's deceptively tanky here as Kitties does manage to land the Cosmic Binding, but in comes Godby and the double kill for Akon. The horse who is just always there, hanging out in the brush, picks himself up a double.
Yeah, a good espionage mission coming through for Acorn there. Comes up absolutely massive. He went behind enemy lines, Atlas, and it really did pay off for him this time.
Beautiful Owen Wilson impression.
We're just seeing a very fun early game come through from IG. They're definitely trying to get an early advantage through this Evelyn. It will be the Warrior enchant that's being picked up, not the Magus. Slightly disappointed.
Unless he's going for a very quick, of course, the Hextech Gunblade. Maybe he wants to grab himself the
You're looking for
Bilgewater Cutlass.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think if he's going to build a Cutlass, I mean, it's not going to go into a Blade of the Ruined King. That's silly. Yeah, Wall of Pain going to come through.
Imp being caught out as well. Maybe the flash forward. No, he doesn't have flash shot. It's not going to be the flash forward.
Zatai is pretty dang good at this Karthus as the heal's being forced out. More Skittles coming in. There's the flash to come down. Zatai picks up Imp with the last Skittle.
And then walks into the creep
Yeah,
wave.
looking to die at the right spot. Wall of Pain coming through, but the creeps, if only they could get aggroed by his dead body, but he does pick up the full row of caster creeps coming through there as well. And Karthus, not too worried, almost has the Catalyst and the Blasting one completed here on this Karthus as IG getting in amongst it here on the bottom side of the map. Kitties is able to get a ward over there, and they spot Acorn out trying to... Oh, magical journey in from Kitties. Doesn't land the Cosmic Binding, but Save is going to get him with the chain. Tries to run away. There's a Requiem coming through as well. Kid with the culling secures it for Zatai. And IG, they managed to pick up their 4th kill of the game, evening things out here on the Rift.
Yeah, and Zatai, he's 3-0-1 and 20 CS clear of the other top laner, having a much better time of it at the moment. Kakao also stealing away a red buff, getting some nice counter jungling done on this Evelynn. Save doesn't want to go anywhere near Godvi. Of course, one of them is a mid laner, so having the better of this matchup so far. Although Save, he's CSing quite well.
Yeah, and look, PYL and
this,
TBQ. Oh, the rocket grab doesn't quite land. That was so close, PYL. I would definitely give you a mulligan on that one, but of course, Save probably going to be cheating to the other side of that turret this time. As there's the ult trade to come through. Save land. He's the best mid laner. Rookie does need to be careful that his job isn't going to be taken away from his Korean compatriot from... of course, Nargent Shield. Actually, Godby going to get taken down low. He's going to die. Save gets the solo kill in the mid lane. And I don't know how that happened.
And Godby looks even more disheartened this game than he did last. Coming through, Save with a huge play on LeBlanc. And there's just always that kill potential there. A lot of damage came through. That was only double Duran's rings.
Oh, there's the rocket grab as tries to predict the relentless pursuit as Acorn just launches himself into the IG team members. Kitties and Kid not going to be too worried about it, though. These two melee champions not going to be too much of a worry as the Piercing Light does tag Acorn just a little bit.
How do you tag someone just a little bit?
Just a little bit. Oh, there's the grab to come through. Magical Journey. Kitties makes his way back into the lane. Cosmic Binding not going to find anything.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, Imp, he's taken down the turret. Of course, Tristana probably the best turret pusher out of AD carries after the change. That explosive shot just does work.
Ridiculous work. Most definitely. At the moment, Kakao, though, being a little bit absent from anything, has picked up that 1 kill, but otherwise hasn't got very much done. TBQ able to farm out his jungle a little bit more effectively.
Well, it's not his fault. He really can't jungle, and not very strong at this point of the game, so I don't know what you're expecting from her.
Oh, there's no need to get protective. I'm just reading what's happening. And the culling's going to come through. Kid's going to be able to clear out this wave. Wants to get back, pick up some mana, so he can grab that possibly BF sword as well.
Leeching experience. That's what he's resorted to.
Oh, God, V, you might be in trouble as he has to dodge some of these Skittles here. But Zatai just hanging out over the side. Save may have found TBQ here, but he's going to go back to his original. There's the Flash Cataclysm as well. There's the Onslaught of Shadows. Kakao comes through with a beautiful Agony's Embrace. TBQ, he's going to fall down. Save still alive here at the same time. Does have the Distortion. Gets back into his first one, but that's going to mean he gets rampaged to death. But Godby was, of course, there. Didn't want to give him the kill. You can see there's a slight smirk on the face of Save as that one all comes down. And Kakao going to be pretty happy to grab a free minion wave.
Yeah, grabs a free minion wave, grabs a free assist. Obviously heard Atlas trash talking the Evelynn.
That's not how it went down, man. You weren't there. Oh, maybe you were. 80 CS to 69 there in the mid lane, though. As, oh my goodness, Kid's going to get grabbed on his way back in here. And Imp with a massive flip into the bottom lane. There's the Tempered Fate. Kid still going to die. Almost donates that kill over to Godby there in the mid lane, which probably would have been worse there as he's looking to make things happen.
Kid had a heart attack. He didn't know Explosive Shot did damage after the bomb exploded. He thought he had got himself to safety with the flash, but in the end, nothing happened.
No, just got destroyed there as Godby actually does pop the ultimate in response to the Distortion coming through, but it's a decent damage trade there for Save, and he's, of course, going to have that Mimic back off cooldown a little bit quicker than the ultimate.
Save farming up nicely in this mid lane. Imp, he's gone the complete turret pushing build. He's got the Zerka Greaves coming through already. You saw how quickly he pushed through that one. Zatai, you're a very impressive Karthus player.
He is a menace on this champion.
Oh, TBQ needs to be careful.
Nails it with the smite. The chain's going to land, though. Flag and Dragon to get into safety as Agony's Embrace not quite available yet to slow him down. And IG possibly looking to go for a Dragon. They have magical journeys available. We'll see whether they put them down in fancy positions in order to get that one happening. PWL looking for a potential hook here. Might be able to find it on... No, not going to happen. Not today. Now he's going to knock up Kitties, but takes the magical journey over.
They can follow him.
They can. Godby comes in here as well. Beautiful Cosmic Bind. That's the combo that we're talking about from Bard, able just to immediately bind up whoever follows you through that magical journey. Save manages to get that sigil onto Imp as well, but not doing too much damage at this stage of the game with just that arm guard available. Save able to clear out this minion wave at least, and that turret not going to be threatened too much just yet. LGD now with a bit of an advantage as Save's going to get grabbed up there as well. The explosive shot might be able to secure it, but Save picks up Imp and doesn't get the kill. Cacao coming through. Evelyn doing the work with the hate spikes, forces the flash out here, but now he's getting teleported on. The flag and drag comes through. Skirmishes Saber from Acorn means that Cacao's just going to die, and that was a gimme there. PYL baited him beautifully.
Yeah, it certainly was close, but in the end, not able to get enough damage down with Evelyn. Not very surprised that's the case. And Acorn going in on save.
Yeah, there's the distortion, get him out of the way. In fact, the Mimic to come through, so that is the ultimate traded. As Kid just going to die in the bottom lane. That happened off screen, but of course, this is the problem with talent and observers.
It certainly is. He just kills things way too fast. You see, only with the Brutalizer moving now into the Last Whisper, so going for that armor penetration build. Of course, can only get 2 of the Brutalizer items because he hasn't picked up Smite. That might be a grave mistake towards the end of the game.
Definitely a grave mistake. Actually, you can get 3 Brutalizers. You just can't finish the 3rd one into anything.
That is true.
So maybe he'll do that.
Corrected.
Maybe he will do that.
Oh, Cacao's been...
Oh, look at the juke. That was wonderful. We'll see whether he does have the W available. He's going to pop that one as the hate spikes continue to come through. Does have that warrior enchant with, of course, that skirmisher saber available, but PWL pretty quick. Does get another knock up, but that's going to mean the hate spike. Just cool guys don't look at explosions, and Cacao picks up the kill easily.
Solo kill coming through from Cacao onto the support, so not as impressive.
I apologize for everything that I said. Spawn, this is
impressive. Let's check out the replay. This is bottom lane. I thought it was going to be Cacao, so Godby with the ultimate comes through. That's a very nice play coming through.
Shadow Assault doing some work.
Again.
Is it Shadow Assault? Because that would be really, really frustrating to have Shadow Assault and Onslaught of Shadows in the same team. But Godby taking some Skittles here. Zatai demonstrating that he can hit quite a few. That was a weird one. Come on, man. I'm trying to... Okay. Imp's here now as well as...
And another person jumps over a wall with a bomb on their head.
No, it's sort of the Zillion effect, isn't it? As there's the Requiem to come through. We'll see whether Godby's going to take enough damage from that one, but not going to be enough. TBQ's actually going down incredibly low to the Krugs. Almost dies to those ones. As Kid looking to try and do battle here with Imp.
For the 1v1. Maybe not a good idea because Imp has a level advantage as well as a crit cloak on top of it, so... Doesn't want to probably mess with this Tristana at this point.
But, you know, Kid, he's got the culling. There's no buster shot available from this Tristana. I wanted to see the 1v1, but not going to be happening here, as you mentioned. Kid just going to continue trying to farm up.
So Youmuu's Ghostblade going to be the next item pickup for Godby, just looking for the straight out 1v1 whenever he can get it. With the burst of speed that comes through from that Youmuu. Very cost-effective build as well as PYL decides that it's his turn to get some farm.
Yep, does manage to steal away almost the whole wave. Yep. Zatai might find the robot golem. But of course, pretty quick. And Cacao.
Oh, will they magical journey through?
No, they won't. Cacao has to be careful, despite the fact that he's Evelyn. Cosmic Bind not going to find Imp there as well. And this is a very strange game, Spawn.
Certainly is. Just
Popcorn chicken.
The evolution of the meta, Atlas, I think is what we'll call it.
And I'm not going to try any word fusion with Evelyn there. That was very tempting. And I am, of course, a very serious play-by-play Sharkcaster, Jake. And Imp going to clear out this wave as well. Everyone sort of...
Godby, he's got another one.
Yeah, he's looking for Zatai, but who's got who now? As, in fact, Godby just decides he doesn't really want to pick a fight.
Yeah, doesn't want to go in for the complete 1v1, of course. Just uses the ultimate. Relatively short cooldown at this point in the game. He is level 11, so he'll have that one there. As we're going to have a collapse in the top lane.
Yeah, Kakao manages to get around here. Magical Journey in to try and kill this Jarvan. And by try, I mean definitely destroy the jungler there. As in the end, Zatai going to fall down on this bottom side. Godby not even taking too much of his health. And now Imp able to get some free time with this turret with an Infinity Edge Brawler's Glove there as well. Of course, Brawler's Glove does nothing to his turret damage, but still going to be doing a whole lot of work.
Yeah, he certainly is. You see, just with one minion wave, able to get 3/4 of the health. Although now the whole team collapsing, he needs to be careful.
Yeah, he thinks it's only just Kitties, but there's the Agony's Embrace. And my goodness, that was a big hug there. As Tempered Fate comes through, but PYL just going to be hanging out here for a little bit after picking up the kill there onto Kitties. And Kakao now trying to get these hate spikes through. And look at this Warrior Enchant smacking down on that Blitzcrank. And Kakao really does know exactly the only member on the map he can kill.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's hunting him with, I guess, a Furious Passion coming through there. He's able to kill him twice, but Godby, he's there again.
Oh, looking for this Shadow Assault here. Is Save in a bit of trouble now. The rate comes down, but Save able to get out of there. Does have a little bit of a bleed on him, but that is not going to do too much damage as Godby not quite able to lock down that kill. Didn't have the Ignite there as Kid going to relentlessly pursue out of the Cataclysm as TBQ now trying to get some work done. There's the Requiem to come down, and Flag and Drag comes through. The heals there, though. And Kid going to be able to help secure that kill with Zatai.
And Acorn, with the ultimate available, probably could have just ulted in and smite, but he said, you know what, you probably deserve that. I'm happy to let that one go across as we have a bit of a gank rush set up, Atlas.
Yeah, actually, Acorn, there's the Cosmic Binding, does stun him up there as well as the Magical Journey going to be taken by every member of IG just for the fun of it. As PWL, he's going to be the one to get destroyed. No Evelyn here, but still going to be largely the focus. And Acorn's just wondering what the heck is going on this game.
Yeah, and wow, the flash in from him.
Yeah, flash away now as well in response there from Kid, who gets over the wall. Save trying to do some work, but Chain's not going to land after the Buster Shot. And Kitties, another Magical Journey going to be taken here. Save going to distort out of the way as well. A Cosmic Bind as well. And that is going to secure the safety of these IG members. And Kakao, being the best champion in the game, solos out the mid laner.
That was a solo kill coming through from the Evelyn. I really want to see the item pick up here. I think he's going Trinity Force. He is.
Beautiful stuff. Of course, if you are a champion that can reset that Sheen proc over and over again, being Evelyn is a pretty good option on that front, so I don't deny that one as being a good option, as Imp is just going to get eradicated here by Save, who's now going to be able to distort this wave to take it down. Tried to make sure that that cannon creep went down to deny that one, but it's not going to happen.
And bringing this game back, Atlas, LGD need to be very careful because this is obviously... IG is still playing very seriously, but they're not a very serious team composition right now. And if LGD lose this game...
Yeah, that's going to mean
the
massive
psychological
things,
damage that this does going into a playoff match. You've got a top Carthage, you've got a jungle Evelyn. Game one goes horribly wrong for your team.
I like how you don't mention the Bard.
You get
Tempered Fate to come through just to make sure Kid is going to be locked in position for a while. That is not a good idea, as Godby's now just able to destroy him. Kiddies is...
Kid had some very choice words for his supporters. Save, he's going to be the beneficiary.
Yep, Save going to be able to take that one down. Finds himself uncomfortably in the Cataclysm as POL looking to try and close the distance here. Acorn coming in here as well. Oh my goodness, the Cosmic... Oh yeah, Save manages to pick up the kill, and Godby now in a whole lot of trouble. Turns it around, Save the God! Manages to pick up a double out of nowhere. Magical Journey from Kitties taken by Acorn here at the same time. Cosmically bound over that wall there, as well as the Gromp now helping Kitties out. Does pick up a Chime there at the same time, but now Evelyn coming through. There's the Requiem there at the same time. Imp taking a lot of damage from that one as Imp jumps over the wall there. Tries to turn it around now as a kick out. Oh.
He lives. The boy lives. No.
Oh, no, he doesn't. He decides to walk back around again, and there's the rocket jump over the wall. Wants to take the Magical Journey, Imp. God, was there for a reason. Of course, hasn't had enough practice here, being on the team with PYL, who's played it twice, Imp. You've got no excuse.
Teleport coming through now from Zatai. Imp's been caught out.
Yep, Kid actually is going to find him here as well. Dodges out of the way of every skill shot, but it doesn't matter when you got 300 health, and he's going to fall down here as well. Kid locks down that kill. Zatai demonstrating his farming ability here on the bottom side with close to most farms, especially out of these solo laners, as Save wants to pick up a popcorn chicken, but POL going to lock that one down. TBQ looking to be a menace here in the mid lane as well, who's picked up a Brutalizer and a Last Whisper.
Yeah, so he's going the full armor penetration build.
Cacao is so jealous right now, you have to think. He's like, oh, that's my favorite Jarvan build. Just feels like a Cacao Jarvan, I don't know. But he is Evelyn building Warrior into Trinity Force, so he's probably fine. And he's 5, 4, and 3. So Evelyn's doing some stuff.
Yeah, he certainly is. And yeah, our observer just pointing out the item build. That is the item build. Of course, normally you want to get some lifesteal on Jarvan if you're going to go this route, just because otherwise you
Hydra will be nerfed.
Yeah, definitely will be there. Oh, Cacao, he's looking for another 1v1.
Oh, the solo kill here. Shadow Assault going to be popped here from Godby, probably in defense.
Oh, they're getting collapsed on.
Oh, no.
He
Cacao
needs something here from Bard.
Oh, he's just trying to stay. Oh, no, it's not going to do it. Agony's Embrace was, of course, already used. Tempered Fate from Kitty's trying to lock down his Evelyn for a few extra seconds as Save coming in there. Oh, TBQ, you're in trouble. You're not a very tanky Jarvan.
Turret fell in the mid lane while all that was happening.
Yep. Of course, Kid still on the map. Magical Journey going to be taken here from Kiddies. Will he have the Cosmic Binding? It's not going to be quite there in time as Save comes around over the wall here as well. Does land a Sigil at least, so that's going to get something. Oh my goodness, Save going to get hooked on his way back in. Oh, that was dangerous game. Doing a whole lot of work there for Save. Godby almost manages to get the bleed. Kiddies coming down, but into his own demises. There's the hook under Kid over the wall. Beautiful stuff. Imp coming through here at the same time. Just gets blown around. Godby is going to fall down to that Requiem from Zatai, and I have no idea what's going on this game.
So overall, a 2 for 3 in favor of LGD. They've got a 2,000 gold lead at the moment, Atlas.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
Good. Okay, so Spawn, if we could break down exactly when these comps are going to get strong and where these teams are really aiming to fight around this map. Of course, no dragons have been taken as of yet. No one really cares about that at this stage of the game. So as far as that is concerned, who's really looking to do what this game? How are they going to break into these bases?
Well, so late game, both teams have very good scaling compositions. Eve only going to get better as she levels up. But honestly, the Karthus, the Tristana, Hecarim, all very good late game carries. You think that Talon would probably fall off a little bit as the game goes on, but might be able to pick on Kitties, who's got a pretty squishy build, tangling up with PYL.
Oh, Magical Journey going to be taken here by Kitties. Wants to be out. Oh, dear. There's a horse. It's going to meet him in the explosive shot. Going to lock that one down. The flash from Imp does manage to at least snag Kid with that red buff, but the Wall of Pain going to slow down the LGD approach. But Save going to pick up TBQ on the backside. The rocket grab onto Kid there as well as POL finds himself in amongst 3 members, I guess, theoretically, as Imp is going to rocket jump his way back over this wall after dealing with Zatai. There's the culling as well as he locks down the kill, but Godby is going to be there to destroy it. Oh, Cacao gets exploded a little bit, but not going to be able to do too much, and that's going to be an even trade in the end.
Yeah, so even trade comes through 3 for 3 with Cacao and Save both surviving, and this is a very back and forward game. Godby, you feel, is going to be able to take down this turret. Talon probably unrivaled in turret taking ability.
We haven't tested Bard just yet on that front. Okay, not going to be doing too much as there's the Ghostblade pop. Tempted Fate going to save the Bard's life. There's the Shadow Assault going to try and get Govy out of here, but of course, very, very mobile. Oh, Save still. Oh my goodness, Hex Drinker saves his life. As you can see, oh, Cosmic Binding there, Kitties. Locks down the kill in the end. And let's have a look at this Bard build for a moment. Doesn't have any armor just yet, but the Locket of the Iron Solari with that shield helping out. Magical Journey back into this mid lane as well. Bard is so fun.
Picks himself up a cannon creep. The tax.
Yep, the Magical Journey tax. Save, take it. Oh. But Cacao looking to pick up possibly that Frozen Heart after this Trinity Force. I don't like it. It's not a damage item. Is Acorn going to be discovered here by Cacao? But he's so tanky. Iceborne Gauntlet Trinity Force, an interesting one, but PYL going to be forced to flash away from Kid, who also just flashes after him and gets the kill. Kid scaling through into this game, 5, 6, and 7. He can count, as well as get some kills on this map as well, but Last Whisper going to be his next option. Imp has decided to grab a bit of a Vampiric Scepter there to keep himself alive and continue to farm out these waves. And Tristana still scales very, very well into the later stages of the game, but doesn't quite get as much range as she used to.
Yeah, so still a very good late game hyper carry, going to be able to do a lot of work. Couple that with the fact that there is a 6-1-3 Hecarim. I think that's the really champion that we need to be taking a bit more of a look at, because if anyone missed the MO of being able to have a little bit of fun on the Summoner's Rift today, it probably was Acorn in the top lane, who Flame, of course, played the first game. Acorn probably proving that he is the top lane that they should be taking into playoffs. So having a little bit more of a serious time in this matchup.
He's trying to earn his spot on the team here, making sure that he's as serious as possible. If it was me, though, I'd probably be saying, oh, no, come on, why didn't you have a bit of fun? This is not what we want to deal with.
Baron falling relatively quickly here, Atlas. TBQ not very tanky.
It's very difficult for him to tank that one up. Imp now going to take over here as Acorn going to come through and try and secure this one.
They've picked it out. They know what's going on. Imp's low. Everyone's low. Just ultimate to tie. You've got everyone.
Yeah, the Wall of Pain. He is going to use the Requiem there as well, but the Baron is going to fall down. TBQ takes so much damage as Kid trying to deal with Godby now as well. He does have the heal available. He is going to fall down. And the Q, oh my goodness, that Tempered Fate, so close. The range of that ability is dumb.
And that was on a Hecarim that was galloping out of there. That was a very close thing. Kitty showing he also has some sick Bard mechanics.
Oh yeah. Very close to sick Bard mechanics, of course, not quite able to lock that one down. But
giving it to him.
Oh, Zatai now going to get focused down here by Imp and Acorn, and that looked very unfair as these Baroned up minions not even going to be able to be taken. Frustrating. Eventually Zatai is going to die though. He does have the teleport available, so he can get back to wherever he wants to go. Last Whisper completed by Kid, and Save going to be able to clear out this mid wave as well. 2,000 gold, now the lead. Closer to 1,000.
Save. Oh, hook misses.
Come on, PYL. Hasn't been practicing the Blitzcrank, I don't think. The wind-up time not quite nailed, as he's just going to get some wards out here as well. There's one, no worries at all. He's going to miss the pink ward there, though, sitting in that brush.
Improved recall. Probably saved Imp's life there, as Save was trying to hunt him down.
Saved from Save. It's pretty confusing. Not too much of a thing, though, as Rake comes through from Godby. Does now have an extra Brutalizer going towards that Black Cleaver, and traps him in there. Toys with his life for a moment. Bloodthirsty is Godby here in the mid lane, and if he's going to be able to kill anyone, it's most definitely Kid without any summoner spells.
Yeah, exactly right. Kid not able to even get in range of Kitties there to be saved by maybe the Tempered Fate. Maybe, oh, he put a healing shrine on his dead body as well.
Pretty rude. Imp going to continue to clear this one out, though. Does clear waves very, very quickly. And has continued to have a CS advantage here. Alacrity boots included now in his build as Cacao.
How much damage this does. Oh my goodness.
That was silly. Zatai now might find himself caught out. 4 members now on top of him. Does pop the Zhonya's Hourglass. We'll see what the rest of the team can make their way around. Actually flashes in on top here as Tempered Fate going to stop the turret from doing anything. Kiddies, that was not the move that you wanted, as the chain not going to quite land here as well. The double kill to come down, though, from Zatai, and Kid makes his way back into it. Imp now in a bit of trouble, but turns it around onto Kid as Acorn burning down, but not quick enough as the double kill comes through from Imp. Does have to watch out about that turret damage, but that is going to be the ace locked in here for LGD, despite the fact that there are a lot of very low health bars.
Yes, certainly some low health bars, but what a team fight coming through. In the end, Acorn on Hecarim improving way too much for the Jungle Eve. He thought he might be able to get that done with the Frozen Heart finished up, but couldn't win the 1v1 duel. And Acorn, he moves to 9-1-5. He's a very big pony.
Yeah, he's most certainly is. Has just finished off that Frozen Heart here as well, on top of the Spirit Visage and the Trinity Force and the Cinderhulk. So this horse definitely going to be very, very large. We'll see what he decides to build next item, as Imp continuing to have a bit of a dance, waiting for his red buff to come back. Not too bad. There it is. Going to come back through, and we're going to zoom back out again so we can actually see what's going on in this game. As Save looking for some wards around the jungle here.
Save's been pretty impressive in the mid lane.
He has. Oh, Kid looking to try and do some work here onto Acorn, but the culling, that's not going to even tickle this horse. Oh dear, Save might be in trouble. Shadow Assault not going to quite find him here as Godby now going to have to fight against Cacao as Save Coming back around, not going to land the chain here, but consistent damage aplenty for Kakao, and he manages to secure that one. Kitties takes a magical journey around here as well. Cosmic Binding, he's trying to look for it. Beautiful work. Save going to lock down the Blitzcrank Blitz. Not quite having the best game here as he's 1-8-12, but still definitely having fun on the Rift. Blade of the Ruin King now completed by Imp. It's an interesting item choice. We'll see how that one works out as we move into the later stages of this game. And that might mean a 6th damage item here to come through from Imp if he wants to go double lifesteal. As TBQ, not that tanky, forced to use the flash. Oh, Save probably didn't think that he was actually going to get that snare as he heads back to the distortion. Not able to finish off that kill. And Cosmic Binding onto this blue buff while Kid's going to take down the Gromp here as well. They want to at least secure it for someone, but Save's coming through. He's going to pick that one up.
Certainly is. So he's able to grab that one over onto LeBlanc. Probably needs a Void Staff at some point in this game. As you see, no one can really deal with the Hecarim, who's going another offensive items. You'd think that maybe would be the last Whisper.
Could be.
Could also be a Ravenous Hydra.
Or a Ginsu's Rage Blade.
Or a more of Malmortius.
Yeah, that's true. Frozen Heart. No, Frozen Mallet, sorry. The Save is going to find PYL, and he's just going to get eliminated. Yeah,
really. A lot of burst damage coming through as he picks up the double-double on his debut into the mid lane on the Rift to Save.
Yeah, we'll see if he can die another 6 times. Get that triple-double locked down here as TBQ. Kakao's found him. Kitty's bounding in towards him here as well as Akon.
Teleport coming in.
Coming through to the backside. Zatai wants to get in amongst it as Godby pops that Ghost Blade, trying to look for something as the Skittles are coming down. Wall of Pain doing some work. Oh, dodges the chain with a beautiful cutthroat as now Akon finds himself just able to do whatever the heck he wants as Zatai goes golden for multiple reasons as Magical Journey gonna secure Kitty's fate. He's actually going to survive this one as Kakao. Agony's embracing there as well. The culling coming through. Akon not going to take any damage from that as Kakao needs to be careful here. There's the piercing light and Kitty's locks down that kill. Akon now finally might die. Is he going to?
Kakao, go get him.
Oh, doesn't have the Wolves there to secure some health back, but there's the devastating charge and he's going to be safe. Kitties, I don't know how he survived that one as the Raptor's now going to be the option. Relentless Pursuit. PYL looks for it, wants to try and turn this one around as Akon might be able to come back into this one. PYL may have sacrificed himself though, that could be a problem. Doesn't find the ultimate. Yeah, that was a death.
Oh, look at the shield coming through.
Yeah, he's got a Manamune. There's PYL doing some work, but wow, that crit was ridiculous. And PYL just saying, what happened, man? Where did my health bar go? Akon, you jerk.
He took one for the team as Kitty nearly gets the wrong end of a trade with a super creep.
Yeah, this is... oh my goodness.
Oh, Godby's coming for him
Doesn't
as well.
want to back right there. Shadow Assault is available as TBQ just really wants to kill this one, but Save may have found him yet again. Distorts right in there. There's the chain that's going to land. Cataclysm as well. Does a lot of damage, but the final chain going to lock it in there.
That was a health run. Kitties, just save,
oh, cute. And Save is going to be able to take down that Scuttlebug.
Teleport top lane. Ah, the Wall of Pain.
Oh, Skittles now as well doing next to nothing. Is Godby going to come through? Kid's here though. Godby takes a lot of damage. In fact, there's Hexdrink is saving his life there as well as Akon. He's going to go legendary 12-2-5. Godby is going to fall down. Oh my goodness, Kid eradicates him in the end. Decides to copy Imp's build here as well, which is very cute. Both of these AD carries building up very similar items here.
Very similar scores as well. Imp just needs to die one more time, and they're pretty much twins.
Oh, like ships in the night. Kakao and PYL are going to pass one another, but in the end, Kakao decides that he can possibly take this fight here against the support player, as he has been the entire game. Oh, Righteous Glory going to lock it down, and Kitties, my goodness. PYL, you can see him there on the on the little screen, just wondering, how does he make this bard do so much damage?
And you can see he's like, team, I told you we should have picked it. I don't want to play Blitzcrank.
Yep. Just wants to take the Magical Journey. Save now setting up for a little bit of a gank brush. You can see the score lines here, 32-42. The gold within touching distance now. I don't know how they're 10 kills in the lead, but oh my goodness. TBQ just gets comboed to death from Save. Manages to set up that gank brush nicely. 1-13-11. TBQ, I mean, he's had bad games in the past, but it's never really been up to this one. As Shadow Assault going to be blown here by Godby just to clear out this minion wave. As Akon now going to get discovered by Kakao, but of course only tickling the horse here.
He
got the Zephyr!
Who got the Zephyr? Oh, wow.
Akon!
That was the only item we didn't name as well.
I know! That's embarrassing. He was listening to the stream. He's like, haha, got you guys. Didn't even worry. That's one of my favorite items too. That item's brilliant.
Yeah, double tenacity though is an interesting choice.
That is odd. He might sell his items, though. His kid's just going to get destroyed here by him. Managed to get that explosion on him. LGD now may be able to transition over to a Baron.
Yeah, pinging that one out, although their jungle is dead, so it is an interesting choice. Back up now as Save catches out PYL.
Yeah, Kitty's actually speeding him up there as well. The Righteous Glory comes in, but there's the shield to be popped as Cacao says, okay, I can't really get through 4,000 health. There's Save actually looking to get in on this one. Godby comes through. Magical Journey's available for someone as Requiem comes down there looking for PYL. Destroys him as the Death Cap is sitting there as well as Cosmic Binding, not going to find anyone, but Cacao looking angry here. Tempered Fate to come through as Godby does get locked down from that one. There's the Zhonya's Hourglass as well. Godby looking to try and find something here as the rate comes down, but him is going to pick up Cacao on the backside. Answered by Save's pickup of the mid laner there. Onslaught of Shadows and Save going to get... Yeah, that's a lot of damage to come through from that devastating charge. Magical Journey, but is going to secure the binding through there from Kitties. Only 2 members alive here for our IG lineup as TBQ misses the EQ combo.
Unfortunately, the wall just pushed it a little bit too far out of reach. Not able to pick that one up. And we see Acorn still farming up in the bottom lane, even though he has a 6-item build. So that's a little bit unnecessary, maybe even greedy.
No, he needs to save up for his boots change.
Oh, what is it going to be? There's the recall.
Yep, Phantom Dancer. Sells his boots, gets Phantom Dancer.
Maybe.
Don't know about that one. Static Shift could come through as well, get him some extra movement speed. Maybe, look, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Pause is going to come through, though. We'll see exactly what happens after this game. But so far, this one has been a very interesting one, as that is Imp with 2 Phantom Dancers, a Blade of the Ruined King, and an Infinity Edge. That is a heck of a lot of crit and a lot of damage to come through on this Tristana. These explosive shots are going to be doing work.
Yeah, they certainly are, and that's a heck of a lot of attack speed, Atlas. Couple that with the boots too, as well as the E, probably over the cap, but doesn't really seem to mind.
No, well, of course, Rapid Fire isn't up permanently. So if you want to keep that 2.5 attack speed, you have to build for it.
Yeah, you certainly do. So definitely getting some work out of his item build there. We take a look. Kid finally diverges from that path. He's looking to pick himself up a Bloodthirster, so no defensive items coming out for either AD carry.
Bloodthirster's defensive?
Is it?
It's got a shield.
All right, well then I'm going to say he's going for an Essence Reaver.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say that. All LPL, I've been waiting for you to say Essence Reaver, and finally it has happened. Never going to be running out of mana. Going to have that extra cooldown reduction. Beautiful item. Absolutely wonderful. Can't wait for that one to actually be completed.
It is probably the actual worst item in the game.
I just like that it builds out of exactly the same items that a Bloodthirster does.
Good.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, it's just there to trick you. No, I actually think that it works out quite well on Varus. But look, I'm, of course, the play-by-play. You can analyze all you like when that build does finally come through. We'll see whether this pause is going to finish, ladies and gentlemen, anytime soon, because, of course, that is why we're sitting here checking out the crowd. It's not like the game is continuing without us. We'll get back in as soon as possible. And that is going to be right now as Kid. Towards this top side, it's going to be clearing out this wave. And
it is going to be a Blade of the Ruined King from Cacao.
Beautiful. Oh, actually, that second Phantom Dancer going to be sold, and it's a Static Shift just to mix it up.
Yeah, Static Shift coming through. So Imp obviously wanted that the front crit to come through from his build. He does a lot of damage at this point in the game. Also going to help him clear out the waves, although it doesn't really need much help with that. And they're going to start up the Baron once again, probably.
Maybe he just felt like he had too many swords, like he couldn't carry them. Just considering the fact that Phantom Dancer's 2. As this Baron is going to be taken down very quickly. Save looking to try and get in here, but of course they have no vision. Kitties gets a ward in, but a little bit too late as Imp secures it.
Fate.
What a crazy maneuver as the Magical Journey going to come through. Zatai, sorry, going to find TBQ here as the culling comes through. Magical Journey going to be taken by Acorn to get him a free ride into the backline. Shadows into the back, and there's the Tempered Fate. Going to lock down these members of Save. He's going to destroy Imp here as well. LGD just getting eradicated. That is a 5-0 for IG. And I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, IG probably going to be able to clean up the game off the back of that. Of course, no lack of damage coming through from this team, although they might struggle to take up some turrets. But what a team fight coming through at the end of this game. IG with the clean ace off the back of the very good Bard ultimate.
That was a wonderful Tempered Fate, but the Magical Journey psyching Acorn out. He went to the backline and got destroyed, and then had to ult to try and save himself onto his Tempered Fated members. My goodness, it was beautiful to see. And IG, they're going to lock down the 2-0 after this very interesting second match for our final day of the LPL.
Yeah, it certainly was a cracker, Atlas. We saw 86 kills in 40 minutes.
And who would be the MVP of that game? That would be Save there in the mid lane. 16, 6, and 12 on that LeBlanc. Didn't actually manage to build the Luden's Echo, which is a little bit unfortunate, but still had a brilliant performance. And that solo kill onto Godby there after getting taken out very early on was wonderful to watch.
Yeah, it certainly was. He had a great showing. Zatai in the top lane as well. He did pretty well on the Karthus, so
yeah,
give him a lot of credit across the board. Just some very good performances. Kakao even making the jungle AD with 32 AP starting work.
The AP for the early clear of the hate spike damage, I have no idea. But of course, Kakao, a much more skilled jungler than I am. I'm not going to question his rune choices.
Yeah, and so this means that IG sweep LGD, and that's going to do very bad thing for LGD's mindset heading into playoffs, you have to think.
Yeah.
They picked a very serious team comp with maybe the exception of Talon. Sure, they went some crazy item builds, but they should have had that game won.
They should have, but of course, IG with just a phenomenal team fight towards the end there. Of course, no one used to playing against Bard, and LGD wouldn't be used to playing against it because they seem to be picking it all the time.
Yeah, exactly right. So we see Bard's win rate increase to 66%.
66.667, ladies and gentlemen, as Bard is creeping in. But this is still only our first matchup of the day. After the break, we are going to see World Elite taking on Gamty. And this is massive playoff contention game, so you don't want to miss it, guys. Don't go anywhere.